Okay, so to begin, I would like to go over a few of the points that my opponents went over that I would like to refute now. The first being that they provided the end of course as an alternative to the California high school exit exam. The second, that there is a problem with students failing the high school exit exam and interfering with graduation rates. And the third point being the issue of college readiness. So I would like to start off by reiterating that my opponent said that the California high school exit exam did not align with the state standards. However, from the California high school exit exam description from the Department of Education, they highlight the fact that in 2010, the SBE adopted the Common Core state standards in English, language arts, and mathematics. So it wasn't that we've been using the same California high school exit exam this entire time. It was updated in 2010 to align with the Common Core standards, and so it aligns. Second of all, I would like to say that in 2015, about 95% of students indicated that most of the topics were covered in the courses that they were taking, and that's from Dr. Becker from the Human Resources Research Organization. And also I would like to remind everybody that, as Leo Furman said, the exam helped educators better target which students needed the most support by funneling them into intervention programs that helped improve their overall academic success. My opponents brought up a lot about the SAT, ACT, and AP testing scores as another form of alternatives, but I would like to reiterate that because these are inherently used for college entrance, that they don't equate to the same thing that the Chsee does. The Chsee is supposed to examine, evaluate the students, and then identify where they need help. So therefore, it's much more aligned to what the goals of the exam are. The second point I would like to talk about is that the Chsee was detrimental to graduation rates. And from Dr. Becker, he said that from 2010 to 2014, an average of about 1.4 students who passed the Chsee failed to meet other graduation rates. This is an example that the Chsee was not absolutely pass or fail for you to graduate or not graduate. I would like to also state from the same research report that the general education students who did not pass the Chsee, there have been increases over the years for students who did not meet other graduation requirements. This includes community service hours, course units needed, and things like that. Also, he brought up the point that the Chsee extends time and that it requires people to go over a lot of things. And I would just like to reiterate that since it is a competency test, that is what we're trying to ensure. By just allowing the people to not take a California high school exit exam, we are not certifying them at a basic competency level, and therefore we are letting them go out into the world without even the basics that they need. Finally, I'd like to just state that they do improve college readiness, even though they aren't inherently for college readiness. From a study in 2016, the UC and CSU eligibility rate gradually improved since 2010. So now it's about 43.4% of graduates who complete necessary coursework and have passed the Chsee met the minimum admission requirements for UCs and CSUs. And finally, over the past 10 years, there's been a massive increase in the numbers and percentages of students meeting the A through G requirements necessary for admission. So overall, they've been improving the achievement gap by allowing the educators to identify where the students most need help. They've been allowing people to retake the test so that they can reach those levels of competency, and they've also been improving college